Hello, everyone. My name is Dudenuts, and welcome back to another day of my beautiful world, Minecraft world of Screwel. Um, Last I left off this series, I was building a lighthouse, and it looks a little different. I off camera, I completed like the main body of it, and this is what it's gonna look like. That up front is also kind of gonna stay the same. Well, I might tweak things here and there. I always tweak things. That's just kind of story of my life. But I'm a perfectionist. No. I feel like a lot of people are perfectionists, though. I mean, I don't know. At least nowadays, a lot of people suffer from that. But yeah. I finished this off camera. It looks great. I like how it turned out. I didn't have to like really get much more concrete either, because I was a worry in the last episode that I wouldn't have enough concrete. But I only like mined. I did make some more concrete, but not that much. I didn't need that much more. So that's good. The inside of the boat is, still the same. I haven't touched this at all. Only the lighthouse. It's truly been very little time since last time I built / recorded on this world, which is great. I'm trying to be more consistent with uploading and how frequent I do that. And I'm also just I'm trying to grind. Like I'm trying to like let me tell this to you. I'm trying to like essentially get into the zone where I can record and edit without even thinking. Like I don't want motivation to be the thing that makes me edit. I want to do it because I want to. Or / record. Recording is in itself is pretty hard to wind up and start doing, unless you don't have a job. I'm saying this from the perspective of someone who has who works 56 hour weeks. So yeah. But yeah, let me show you the inside of the lighthouse. It's completely empty. But it came along well. I think I added these. This is mainly the reason why I had to make more concrete, was to make these little pillars. But they look fine. I'm not going to do much with the pillars. I think they'll just remain like this, honestly. But the lighthouse is done. I searched up pictures of lighthouse because in the last episode I mentioned, like, I don't know how the stripes went. I really thought it was like a barbershop pole type thing, where like the stripes were like kind of like at an angle. But I guess most lighthouses don't even have stripes from what I saw. But the ones that did, they just kind of had horizontal stripes, and that's it. So that's what I gave this one. I think it turned out very well, though. The shape isn't anything crazy. It's a very, basic little shape. But I think it looks fine. In the context of this world, I think it looks a-okay. So the stuff is coming along. I mean, coming along, the series is fucking ending in like 2 videos. So, this shit has to come along real fast. But agenda for today is 1. I don't know if I'll get to it, but I think I want to make the roads. Like I want to fill out not the roads, the fucking pathways. I have these little pathways, this little stone and wood kind of thing here that goes everywhere, right? It goes to my tree farm. It goes to here, these little farms right here. And so I have a chest here as well. That's how prepared I am, man. Look at this proper YouTuber stuff. But I already have stuff here prepared for the pathway, and I think I made these like literally like 6 months ago. I'm not even lying. I hollowed this out. But I want to make the pathway continue down this way, and then eventually circle around this until it reaches over there. And then that'll be the end of the pathway. So that's what I want to do. But the other objective, obviously, is here. The inside of the lighthouse. Which doesn't have to be crazy, obviously. It's just the inside of a lighthouse. It just has to be staircases and whatnot. Here's the stuff I have. So, obviously, Shroomlight is making its fucking 5th appearance in one of my builds. Because I don't have any glowstone. I was too stupid. I didn't think to get like sea prisms either when I was there at the Guardian place, and I'm not going back out there. Hell no. So you kind of just have this stuff, but it's cool. I think this works fine. I got yellow stained glass because I was thinking like, you know, red and white, right? So it's kind of a cartoony lighthouse already. So what if we made the light like yellow? Because that's super cartoony, I think. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there, if we even do. Hopefully we do. I'm notoriously super slow at starting or doing anything in these videos. But let's get on here. We're making the floor. Obviously using the method of using fucking slabs. I've known this method, you know, since I was fucking 6 years old, man. You know, 7, 8. What was Minecraft out when I was 6? And when was the beta? Was it post 2010? Because when I was 6, it was like 2010. So, I don't know. But, you know, whatever the fuck, what is it? The console version for Minecraft came out. That's really kind of when I became very conscient to Minecraft. I did play the Pocket Edition, but like the OG demo that like gave you like creative mode but not survival mode. God, that truly that was a whole like ambient fucking universe in itself. Like that Pocket Edition demo. This looks good. Look at this. Hell yeah. We should probably remove this stuff though. Here, let's do that. Oh god, this is gonna suck. We should just move that stuff into this chest. This is the new dump chest. Let's just dump everything. I don't need this stuff right now. Oh, I need this. literally mined it up so I could use it for this video. Okay. But yeah, that old Pocket Edition demo was fucking awesome. I remember because like even just like the visuals of the game, they were so like saturated and very like harsh. Like I feel, well, I have shaders on right now, but like even in normal Minecraft now, like with no resource packs, I feel like everything looks softer, you know, it looks nicer, softer, right? Which is honestly the console edition, like the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, whatever. Those editions, they really had like a soft type of like visual to them. Like they always looked like their own thing. I don't know. The way the color scaling in those games are, it feels very unique to them, very different to Java. Java has kind of that like more harsher coloring, but just in general, Minecraft recently just has become a softer game, like looking in terms of looking, in terms of visuals. But no, man, that original Pocket Edition, it felt like the greens in the game were like green, like motherboard green, you know, like I don't. But I miss that. I miss how like. I don't know. It let off such a certain feeling. I have a lot of stairs. I did not need to make this many stairs. And I think I'll start the staircase here. Maybe. Okay. I gave myself torches because yeah, this is pretty dark. Oh, and I didn't have it. I didn't make any axes. Not that prepared. Here I am thinking of all prepared. I'm not that prepared. Alright. Here's a cool thing I've learned. I think many people probably know this. Doing this makes your staircases not look stupid and physics defying. It looks like it's actually meant to be there, meant to be placed. It makes it look thicker and cooler. So that's a little tip for building staircases, I guess. Oh, thank God. I was literally just thinking, like, I hope I made slabs, and I literally did, so that's nice. Okay, how am I going to do this? Okay. Sorry, little torch. There you go. Man, just old, though, yeah, I'm on the same topic of, like, you know, old mobile games. Just mobile, period. You know, just phones, period. Like, back then, the aura that opening up a fucking mobile game had was so unrivaled and unmatched. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like games, which is not, I feel, it's just the truth. Mobile games nowadays, which I'm not really much of a mobile gamer, I'll admit. I'm not much of a gamer at all. But mobile games, whenever I see an ad, and I'm like, oh, that looks fun. That looks cool, you know? And this has happened to probably everyone watching this, right? But whenever you open up about a mobile game, you see the ad. It's a cool little gameplay. And it's like, oh, awesome! This is cool gameplay. I'd like to experience that. I'd like to play that, right? And that's what you think. And then you download the game, and then it's like a weird little fucking like Clash of Clans type of game where it's like, oh, you need to buy these troops. You need to upgrade this. You need to purchase this. You know, and then after all said is done, oh. Here's this button in the corner, and when you press on it, you get that gameplay that you saw in the ad that you want, you know? And it's obvious, right? Obviously, this is money-making methods, right? You make a game where you can buy gems and shit because that's how you make money, right? And games with actual fun gameplay loops, you know, generally, they won't have any sort of real-life cash incentive. So what do? You make it like Clash of Clans. You make it so you can sell little gems and shit. Wait, can I break these? That's an absolute no. Actually, wait, good thing. Good thing I still have some. Oh, because then that means... Because this looks kind of weird, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna make this like a little thingy. All right. But yeah, that's... All right. I didn't even. That's why, you know. That's why I suck at survival, because I do not look at my hearts. I don't look at my little hunger bar. I don't look at shit. I just look at what's in front of me. I did not expect to die there. Okay. Anyways, yeah, new mobile games suck. You know, they're just trying to get money from you. But old mobile games, you know. I mean, back then, a lot of mobile games, the way they would make money is just by making the game cost some, like a $1.99, right? But once you buy it, you know, it's you just get the full game. You get this little fun gameplay on your little device, and you get to play it all the time. And honestly, I kind of wish studios would do that instead of the whole like tricking you into thinking you're getting one thing and then, you know, pulling out another thing. I wish you instead just make it so their games cost like $1.99, $2, $3. You know, that's not in this modern age. People pull out that Apple Pay shit faster than a cowboy does his 6-shooter. You know, like wait a minute. I feel like I've made a joke like that before, like a referencing a whatchamacallit, a fucking revolver. Also, I'm trying to figure this out. That's why I'm not moving. Because this is kind of weird. Okay. Oh, you know what? And okay, here's another. I might have to do this little like technique I do, which I love doing. Also, how does this work? Look at this. This is the stair. Wait, why didn't I just do that for this? Oh, I could. All right. What was I saying? A classic doo-doo nuts, fucking forgetting what the hell I'm saying. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. But yeah, I was talking about games. Yeah, I hope, you know, now that people are so like okay with now that people are so okay with spending money online, you know, spending it on something virtual, I feel like now more than ever should be the era of mobile games like charging people money. But like to buy the game, and then once you have it, there's no ads, there's no sort of like other incentive to like, you know, purchase more. Like it's just the game, right? That way you can focus on making a good game. Okay, I'm chopped, but I'm not, because I'm gonna do a little technique that I always do when my staircases don't match up. No, but yeah, I hope that happens, because I remember when I was younger, I wasn't, you know, like poor. Like I had food and stuff. Not like, you know, but I wasn't rich. Like I was far from it. And so I didn't have like, you know, like a fucking iPad or iPod or like even like an Android tablet. Like I didn't have that stuff at all. For like the longest, right? And my only like access to that stuff, and when I mean I didn't have anything, I mean like up until the age of like 7-ish maybe, I didn't have like my own computer or tablet or like game console. Or actually, that's a lie, because I got a PSP when I was like 5, 6 around. And that PSP was awesome, man. I love that PSP. It had Midnight Club, which is the game I played on this channel. And it also had this Cars game, like the Pixar Cars. And you know me, man. Not you know me. I guess you wouldn't know. Oh, no, you do know me. I'm into cars. You guys know that. And so obviously the Cars movie was probably a big deal to little me. But no, man. Weirdly enough, I didn't become a car guy until like, you know, my late teens, like 18, 19. My late teens, I say. I'm fucking a year out. I was a teenager just about like 6 months ago. 7, 8 maybe. But you know what I mean. I got into cars very late into my life, at least compared to most car guys. What? Oh, cause no, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. I did have a PSP, I guess. So I lied. I did have some sort of technology. But no, up until 7 or 8, you know, I had phones, right? I got my first phone at a very young age, like 5 years old, like also, I think. But when I was 5, touchscreen things weren't really that, like, I don't even know if the iPhone existed yet. So touchscreen things weren't like a thing. At least they weren't easily accessible for just any Joe Schmo to obtain. And so basically, I had like I had various phones. I had like 2 or 3 phones before I got my first touchscreen phone. And I had like this cool little one that would like have a whole keyboard behind the screen that would slide down. I had another one that was the same thing, but instead of the keyboard sliding like directly down, it was like horizontal. So you'd have to flip the phone over and then the keyboard would be upright. Stuff like that. That's kind of the phones I had, you know, first few phones. But sorry, I need to continue with the build. But as I was saying, wait, but how should I do this here? Do I have any sort of dirt? Alright, with that being said, my friends were really like my first gateway into seeing what like devices just period could do. And I remember my friends, they were fucking rich. Like, I mean, rich. Like, they lived in the same neighborhood as me, right? So they weren't paying crazy amounts of money, like monthly, you know, to live there. Because I lived in the same neighborhood. I knew what they were paying, or maybe I didn't know, right? Because I was like a kid. But I'm just trying to illustrate the fact that they were paying the same amount of money for the home they live in that I did, or that my parents did, and I didn't live like in a crazy home. Like, it was a very like lower middle class type of home. So these motherfuckers were rich, living in a lower middle class home. I can't imagine how much expendable fucking income they had. But I believe the father of my friends, he like worked at NASA, maybe repairing computers to some extent. I believe their mother was like a translator for Netflix or some shit. Like crazy stuff like that. And they obviously, you know, if you own a home that you can easily afford and you have these crazy high paying jobs, you know, you're gonna look good. You're gonna be real comfy. You're gonna be able to buy a whole lot of stuff, you know, without caring. And so stuff they did have. They had like tablets and computers and stuff that I was not used to at all, right? I was very like, huh? And you know, I'm not trying to like say that I had like a super unique upcoming, right? Because there's so many kids that probably have this exact same experience. So many kids of my age, I should say. Obviously, older people that are like 40 right now have probably went through the same thing, on the basis that technology like that didn't even fucking exist when they were my age or that age, like young. So, you know, but I don't know. Low-key, when I talk to people my age, like my friends or just people out and about, they always somehow, some way, I always, you know, the topic of like, oh, what was your first phone? What was your first thingy? You know, and I always hear that iPods and stuff like were the first piece of technology a lot of people had that are my age. And that I always hear that they get it. They got it like when they were 6 or like 7 or 8, and it's like I didn't get that type of stuff till like later, right? And sorry, I'm just running around in circles. But okay, but also, what should I do here? Should I just leave that? This looks ugly. I don't know. No, but yeah. I don't even know what my story is that I'm trying to say. I've just been toxic fucking yapping. But it's that I feel like I really do attribute that way that I was brought up to the reason why I'm a bit slow with certain things of technology. Not everything, right? Like when I sit down and learn something, I can learn it. Like editing, right? I've become not incredible, but at least somewhat savvy. Yeah, I like how this all started from just talking about video game apps. But that's kind of what sparked it. Was like those friends that I was talking about, the ones that were rich, they would have like the full version of all these games and apps and stuff, and like they would always show me, and I remember just like wishing and praying that one day I could play these games in my own home, because obviously I would go over to their house, I would see this shit, I'd be like, damn, this is awesome. Like I didn't even know this was possible. And then, you know, in my own home, obviously, as I just like illustrated, I didn't have that stuff. I didn't have any sort of like, you know, ability to play these apps and games. And so I just remember seeing this shit and just being like, damn, I really wish. But the thing is that as a kid, I had a horrible like issue with lying. I have a crafting table right here. I came all the way here to use this crafting table. I have it right here. Anyway. As a kid, I had this horrible habit of lying, right? Not lying like to hide something that I've done perchance, right? Because honestly, when it comes to stuff like that, like when it comes to like hiding bad things that you've done, I'm very bad at that. I very much like to admit things or come clean, slash like, or if someone is like asking me to retell the events of something, I will be as punctual as, I'll be as factual, I'll be as unbiased like as possible when I do that. You know, that's just how I am, right? Unless it's someone that I super duper love, then obviously I'll lie my ass off for them. But for the most part, I like being very factual, very transparent, because I think that just kind of messes less things up. But oh, I just had an idea as to how I can remove this weird thing. And it's just by making all of them the same thing. There you go. Look, now it looks normal. Hell, I could even fucking... Should I put this here? Nah, that... He teleported up here, surely, man. But it started raining as soon as it happened. That's funny. That kind of spooked me though. I don't really. Enderman can like teleport upward. I didn't know that. I mean, not that we're that high up, but cool. Anyways, yeah, man. I just mobile games to me at least back then had a magical ass aura to them, and I just wish they still did, and they really do not. Cut the rope, man. Cut the rope, anyone? Anyone cut the rope? Also, I've realized that I've already finished this. This is awesome. I do want to add windows, though. Oh, no, the light. I have to do the light. Oh, but the light is... Oh. Oh, that don't worky. Look at that. That don't work. Hold on. I just realized... If the light is here, then this doesn't... Yeah, that'll do it, man. Shit. Wait. This could be it, man. Right here. Little entrance. Calling it. This could be it. This could be how we get up to the platform. It would be a bit inconvenient. It would be a bit unorthodox. But it would... I kind of have my hands tied behind my back. Okay. Dude, they make cool ass noises when they're placed down. Alright. How do we do this then? Pool closed. AIDS in the pool or whatever that little meme was. Oh. No, wait, man. Okay. Okay, I'm just cooking. I'm just cooking. I think I've thought of something. What if... but how... Man... Okay. Here, y'all be patient. Just be patient. All right. Okay, I'm gonna get an axe. I'm not trying to do all that. Do I have an axe here? That'd be delightful. No, I'm gonna make one here. I can't be bothered to go back to my fucking boat. Damn. Alright. Ain't got no mats, man. Alright. Let's do this. Ah, you know what's another childhood fucking, like, atmosphere that will never be captured again? Is Chuck E. Cheese. Like, just any Chuck E. Cheese. All Chuck E. Cheeses. That truly, like, think about Chuck E. Cheese in 2009, man. Like how magical it was. Like the fact that you had to like get shit stamped on your wrist and like there's someone at the front, like, you know, essentially like a bouncer almost. Like it felt so cool and special, you know. And like the coins truly, when they got rid of the tokens, that shit was saddening, man, because the tokens are so beautiful. Like I don't know, is that just me? I'm sure not. I'm sure everyone, you know, would probably agree. The tokens at fucking Chuck E. Cheese are gorgeous, man. Just like genuinely beautiful. Okay. Okay. Oh no, wait. Ugh. Oh god. And you know, when I play Minecraft with my friends, I've said this before, they play Minecraft, right? Like they will go mining, they'll go exploring, they'll go collect shit, and they will build and stuff, right? But while they're doing all that, I'm just building the entire time. Like, ain't no going exploring, ain't no... I'll only go on mining trips if it's for materials I need for the build, like stone or like quartz maybe, or just shit like that, or coal. Coal is super important to a builder. Out of all the resources a builder could want, coal is very important. But yeah, like they'll be doing all that, but even more so during like a typical playthrough of me and my friends, you'll just see the chat just ridden with me dying over and over again. Because it's just what it is, man. I mean, as you can see it here, like I don't care. Like when I'm in the middle of a build, I don't care. If I fall to death, I fall to death, you know? It's just funny, you know? I generally always have the, like, and it's not even close. I always have the highest kill count among my friends when we play. That would make more sense. Oh, that would make way more sense. There you go. Should I just block this off then, maybe? Maybe there could just be like a little like level. There you go. That's fine. How does it look like from the bottom? A bit stupid. That looks fine, I think. Alright. There you go. Hold on. I just need a bit more ladders in my life. There you go. Alright, and then everything works just fine. Except for this, man. I don't think you can have this. Can we be exposed to the shroom light? Will that give us skin cancer? When my guests climb up these ladders and they're just like, oh, this is just here. I just got so close to the mic. I wonder what that sounded like on accident as well, obviously. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm gonna just. There you go. I wanted to keep it open because it's cool. Like, oh, it's like suspended in the air, but whatever. This is a cool entry. I like this. This is not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I know this is not how lighthouses are formatted. Usually you enter the room with the big light in it. But, yeah. A shroom light, that's why. You can't, like I just said, bro. Oh, wait! We're still exposed to it. No, shroom light fucking gives you skin cancer, man. That's why we don't enter that little room. But I think besides that, this is basically done. Maybe some windows, you know. But besides that, I think this is done. Maybe like fleshing this out more would be good. Oh, what the fuck? Oi! No, I'm not doing that, man. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Oh, but you can't. Can you sleep during rain, or is it only thunderstorms? Let's see. Let me go sleep in my fucking my spider silk night black sheets. Okay. Okay. Message heard loud and clear. No rain, only thunder. That looks cool, man. That looks cool. It looks alright. Maybe not cool. It looks fine though. I added that little piece up there I added on purpose because I noticed that a bunch of lighthouses have like a little pointy tip. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like it is usually asymmetrical. That's why. I mean, it's not. I couldn't put it in the center because the center is 2x2, so there is no center. But I think just anyways, you know, it's not symmetrical in real life. I'm trying to do my outro, man. That's what you get. We'll do this fucking later, some other day, some other video. Oh. Okay. But as I just blurted out as I was murdering and killing that zombie, it's the end of the video. This was a great video, honestly, in my opinion. Maybe my rambling kind of got a bit too disjointed. You know, could have been better there. But in terms of commentary, I think it was alright. In terms of what we did in productivity, I think it was pretty good. Look at the shit behind me. You know? I mean, to be fair, effectively, we only did a staircase and the light, and that's it. But we figured out, you know, the little platform thing right there. You know, how to get up onto the little railing shit. So, but this is starting to come along very well. It's starting to get its, like, you know, it's starting to visually come together. You know, the boat, this. Oh, I forgot about the sails. It's the whole reason I have that farm. I'll do that off video for sure, because the sails are going to be too annoying. But yeah, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. But with that being said, that'll be all. See ya.